In the 80th minute, hundreds of fans at Old Trafford stood up and left. This image is no longer unfamiliar in this year's Manchester United season. The despair is so empty. There are no more boos. No one is shouting to urge. They left in silence, as if accepting a harsh truth. Man United are in free fall and there's no sign of them stopping. On the pitch, the gleeful mockery of Bournemouth supporters echoed through the mournful atmosphere. 3-0. 3-0. We've done this 2 years in a row. They mocked the pain of United fans. A bad defeat, but being humiliated by an underdog at home is a real blow. After a breathtaking victory in the Manchester Derby just a week earlier, Man United were quickly dragged back to bitter reality with a heavy 0-3 defeat to Bournemouth at Old Trafford. Coach Ruben Amorim's side delivered another poor performance, highlighting persistent unresolved issues. The home side looked overwhelmed by the pressure, unable to impose themselves at any moment. Marcus Rashford continued to be absent, and that seemed to render the Red Devils' attack harmless. Meanwhile, Bournemouth shone as an organized team, knowing what to do and doing it precisely, more than just a defeat. This loss raises serious questions about United's true ambitions. Andoni Iraola's Bournemouth played disciplined, effective football, and above all, outclassed United in every aspect, while the home side continued to struggle to find their shape. Bournemouth replicated their 3-0 victory at this very ground from the previous season, a clear sign of progress and stability. Bournemouth's goals were not simply the result of sharpness, but also exposed serious flaws in Man United's defense. It's hard to imagine a club as storied as Manchester United being so weak defensively on set pieces. Dean Huijsen's goal marked United's 9th conceded goal from set pieces in the Premier League this season, second only to Wolverhampton, 16. This is no longer a coincidence, but a tactical problem that needs to be addressed immediately. It's even more reprehensible considering that Ruben Amorim had warned about these mistakes beforehand. Reports from the dressing room indicate the Portuguese coach emphasized the importance of tight defending on set pieces. However, the reality on the pitch told a different story. Forward Joshua Zirkzee, who should have been marking Huijsen closely in the first goal situation, showed carelessness, allowing the 1.96m tall Bournemouth player to score easily. Man United's attack fared no better, despite Bruno Fernandes having 5 shots in the first half. Effectiveness remained a luxury for the red shirts. Without Marcus Rashford, the sharpness in finishing seemed to disappear as well. Joshua Zirkzee, Rashford's replacement, continued to disappoint with a lackluster, lifeless performance. At the back, Noussair Mazraoui perhaps symbolized the disappointment. The defender not only made the mistake that led to Kluivert's penalty, but also repeatedly created gaps and deadly spaces on the wing. Malaysia wasn't much better, frequently losing the ball and facing public criticism from Coach Amorim. A disjointed, disorganized defense, and a lifeless attack that's the image of the Red Devils at the moment. An alarming trend is United's tendency to concede first. The loss to Bournemouth marked the 6th consecutive game they've conceded first, although they've produced impressive comebacks against Victoria Plzen and Manchester City. No team can sustain constant uphill battles without paying the price. These matches not only drain physical strength, but also severely impact team morale. It's worth noting that United doesn't always start badly. In recent games, they kept clean sheets in the first half against Arsenal and Victoria Plzen. However, the problem lies in their ability to impose themselves and their lack of focus in decisive moments. From the dazzling opening matches under Amorim, things now seem to be regressing. Ruben Amorim clearly faces a daunting task. Despite only managing the team for a short time, his efforts haven't been enough to revive a crumbling Man United. He has ideas and vision, but he seems to be struggling to apply them at Old Trafford. Minor improvements in open play defending cannot mask the fatal flaws in set-piece defending. Furthermore, team morale is a major issue. Kobbie Mainoo's sloppy sideways passes, Malaysia's unnecessary losses of possession, and Zirkzee's lack of intensity show that United are a long way from achieving the necessary stability. Bournemouth, a well-organized team playing with high collective spirit, is the model Amorim wants to build at Old Trafford. But the reality is he has a long way to go. Bournemouth's progress under Iraola is undeniable. This victory not only propelled them to 5th place, but also reinforced the belief that they can compete with the big teams. Meanwhile, Man United showed stagnation at 13th place, their lowest Christmas Day ranking since the 1989 to 1990 season. This is a slap in the face to the club's ambitions. The defeat to Bournemouth was more than just a loss. It was a wake-up call. Ruben Amorim will face immense pressure from fans, management, and most importantly, from his own players. A range of issues, from the weakness in defending set pieces and attacking deployment to the fighting spirit, must be addressed immediately if he wants to keep his job and help the team regain its status. Man United are facing a season riddled with challenges: inconsistent form, incomplete tactics, and insufficient morale are dragging them deeper into crisis. Ruben Amorim has a lot to do, but more importantly, time is not on his side. In a demanding league like the Premier League, there's no room for delay. If United don't address their weaknesses soon, especially defending set pieces and their mentality, they could face another forgettable season. Old Trafford, once an impregnable fortress, is now an easy target for teams that know how to exploit their weaknesses. Without change, the Red Devils' glory may only be a memory.